Hello my darlings, I've just been making a shopping list for Costalotonia for some emergency supplies, darlings. It's an eclipse on Monday, you know. That could be it. Poof! Elon has got 3 rockets going up. We've got a meteor approaching. They're firing up the Hadron Collider. The royal family dropping like flies. I'm going further up that list, darling. I'll soon be at the top ruling that country. I can see it myself. And not only that, we're being ruled by lizard people. Dr. Bendover and the investment banker. That's them leaving. They're all going to their underground bunkers, darling, with their sugar babies, like little rabbits. All kicking off, darling. I don't watch the news anymore. No, I don't. I watch The Simpsons. They're right every time. Did he? Did he? Apparently he did. He did everybody. That's why they walk so funny. Anyway, my darlings, I'm away this weekend. I'm going to Monchique. I'm going to an eclipse trance meditation retreat. I'm cleansing my soul with the hairy, free-spirited, sage smudging shower dodgers. Yes, I am. I will be vibrating, my darling. I'm going to open up my chakras. I'm going with my good friend, and he's a guru, Justin Sider. He said he wanted to open up my third eye with his big crystal and spread out my porthole. There's also going to be, darling, the Spanish Tantra practitioner and sexual empowerment advisor, Wang King. I'm going to be manifesting my next husband, darling. Anyway, my darlings, don't forget, you know the drill. Beans, lentil, toilet roll. We've all been there before. I've got a little spider on my lens as well. And namaste. Take good care of yourselves. Well, a really warm welcome back.
And for me.
And it is warm as well, isn't it? 23 degrees, but we have another Saharan dust cloud.
Yeah, and it's not as bad as last time, I don't think. But, but it's like I say, it's kind of a humid kind of a heat.
Yeah, but the point is, what if Lady B is right? What if there is a zombie apocalypse? Are we going to survive?
Well, there are chances that we possibly could do.
So shall we have a look round to see what we'd be able to survive on?
Yes.
At this present moment of time.
Yes.
Zombie apocalypse. We can't go to the shops. What are we going to be eating?
So at the moment we've got cabbages we could survive on, but I would say maximum a couple of weeks.
We've got lettuces.
Again, maximum a couple of weeks.
We've got rocket, but there's only so much rocket you can actually eat.
Maximum a couple of hours.
And we have broccoli. Broccoli.
And in the distance, I can hear the neighbours' chickens and turkey.
But we do have some carrots that are... Shall I pop one out?
Yeah.
Actually, they're still quite small.
So we don't want to pop them out yet, do we?
No. But you can actually eat the top of a carrot. But like Abe said, we have another delicacy. which seems to thrive in here.
Which is snails. No, snails, as long as you wash them out and clean them.
So, you can eat snails, but you have to let them starve for 2 weeks to get all the badness out of them.
Basically the poo.
So everything else isn't ready yet. So we have peppers are not ready.
Yeah.
The green beans, you can forget that. We're going to have to start again with that. Peppers aren't ready. Outside we've got potatoes, they're not ready. We've got squashes that aren't ready. There's quite a big spider up there. But yeah, so at the moment it would be cabbage soup, broccoli soup, some munch too. So things aren't looking good.
Well, last Sunday we got woke up with a big thump. Then we noticed part of our cow tree has collapsed. 2 big branches.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty major really.
Yeah, I mean that's very unusual. 2 branches to break because they were so loaded with carbs, as you can tell. Absolutely fully loaded. I think the tree could still be feeding the carbs, but it won't know yet.
I think so, actually, eh?
So I'm going to give it a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And hopefully the carbs will be, this section will be fine. But once it's developed and grown, then I'll basically chop that end of the branch off.
But it did happen on the Sunday when we had the tornado, and that tornado was a lot closer than what we thought.
Yes, it was 2 miles away.
It was actually in the next village, which is 2 miles away.
And it was quite a big tornado, all accounts.
Yeah, it took out 2 mobile homes.
Yeah, which is unheard of because we seem to be getting more and more, especially around where we live.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I'm kind of devastated with this because it was a very, very good cow tree. But the good thing is that we haven't sorted the roof out on our property yet on this side.
Yeah.
So if it collapsed on the roof, it could have been devastating.
Yeah. I don't know if you can just make them out, but all these little things, tadpoles, are toads. Because I saw a string line of eggs. So we're going to have, unless they dry up, loads and loads of toads. What we do have an abundance of is
Carbs.
We've got 25 kilo bags of them, and people say it's like chocolate.
Well, it's very sweet, as you can taste. Now, it contains a lot of sugar, so it gives you energy. And you can also make flour with it, can't you?
You can make flour with it.
It tastes nice.
But it's not as good as chocolate. But if you actually, that's an almond tree. If you get the almonds and make almond milk and you drop some carob pods in, apparently it tastes like Malteser drink.
Yummy. So that's a possibility.
Actually, that doesn't taste too bad, but I can't imagine living off it.
Well, if you have no choice.
This is the thing.
But we are surrounded by plenty of citrus, as you know.
Yeah, there's always oranges and lemons.
Yes, and cats. Loads of cats.
Right, so let's see our facilities. Are we ready for the zombie apocalypse with our facilities? Sure, let's go check it out.
But there is also wild animals like wild rabbits and wild boar what runs around our land. So as long as they don't get contaminated with a zombiness, it could be possible to have a nibble on 1, 2 or 3 of those little chops.
You're tired, aren't you, Ash?
Oh, I'm shockingly tired.
And of course, we've got loads of olive trees, but they're not ready yet. But I still have a lot of olives left from September time, and they are actually ready. I've got 2.5 litres of olives. But the most important thing is water, and we do have water from the council.
Municipal.
Yeah, but it does have fluoride in it. But we have our own water supply, which is our borehole. I think I might have to move the camera.
So we've actually got our own borehole, and it's a very good active one as well. Water just under 50 metres down.
Which is there.
Which is here.
But Abe.
But if we lose electricity if the grid goes down, that means we can't bring the power up, so we'll have to find an alternative source to power the bow pump.
And the only way is solar.
Yeah, solar or temporarily using a diesel generator.
Yeah, but if you can't get diesel Ibs,
it has to be solar.
It has to be solar.
Yeah.
So to get the water up, unless you could in, you know, you're 50 metres down, could you get a hose and somehow suck it up?
No. 50 metres of water all the way down is very heavy.
Yeah.
So there's no chance. I mean, you would have to have 300 metres of pipe on the top surface to siphon it.
Yeah.
So every 50 metres, you're probably 250 metres more above surface.
So we're not really ready then for that, are we? We have an abundance of figs and they are absolutely delicious, but they won't be ready till August time. And of course, we've got the pellet burner, which still doesn't work, and they haven't come to repair it. And to be fair, it's quite warm now, we don't really need it. But if we'd have bought a stove, we'd have been able to have cooked on it. So that is a regret now. And this is our oven, which I absolutely love. It is quite a wide oven, and that's something that I do like because you can get an awful lot in it. But it is powered by gas, and if you couldn't get gas anymore, it's useless. So again, that wasn't really a good idea. We didn't think that through. But when we do the cottage, the ruin, everything on there is going to be totally off grid. So we've got 2.5 bottles of olives, which are ready now, and we've started cooking with them and eating them, and they're absolutely delicious. So that is a positive. So we certainly aren't ready, but we're more prepared than others. I've still got some of my COVID stash from a couple of years ago. I've got tinned foods, dried beans. I bought some more beans today. Couldn't find any lentils. But yeah, it's just about dried food, rice, dried spaghetti. I think we've even got some dried mashed potatoes that I picked up, and actually they're not that bad. Also your little stock cubes, that's really important to give your food a bit of flavour. I think we would survive, but I know with 2 grown men, Spencer and Abe, they would be starving on just cabbage soup. So yeah, I think we need to really up the game, and tomorrow I'm going to go buy some soil and start planting some seeds. But I just thought it would be interesting. It is something that you do think about. If everything just stopped tomorrow and you couldn't go to the shop, would you be able to survive? And let's face it, it's happened before. But we were allowed to go to the shop. But what if this time you're not? What if the whole internet went down and the shops just didn't open? You just never know, and you do have to be prepared. So I think me and Abe really do think the same. Some people think that we're balmy, and I don't mind being balmy. I'd rather be balmy and prepared. So yeah, so Spenny's coming back hopefully at 10 o'clock tonight, and we'll be really pleased to see him. Again, he's chosen a flight where there's another storm. I can't believe him and Izzy's luck regarding flights, but yeah, it'd be nice to have him back. And the weather this week, we're going to have the dust cloud probably tomorrow and maybe a bit Monday, but heading towards the end of next week, it's going to be hovering 30 degrees, which is absolutely fantastic. This week also we had both the cats sterilised. Gino had an abscess on his tail. He did come back for some food on Wednesday night, but I haven't seen him since. Little Coco, sadly she was pregnant. I am looking after Coco. I'm going to let her free tomorrow, and I do hope she comes back, and I do hope that she hasn't fallen out with me forever. You know, I do actually really like having her around. She doesn't like being in the house. She doesn't like the doors shut. She really panics. You know, she's a total feral cat, and Gino is even more feral. He is, you know, super wild, and he's super not happy at the moment. Got a little less to lick. That's all from us, so let's hope we do see you next week.